Hello and welcome to another edition of whatever it is we're calling this. Oh my goodness, you can't even bring up the right stuff, Mr. Right. Crazy. That is the joys of live stream. Today we're going to be chatting and looking at a few different things. Got a couple different cameras set up. As you can see, there's this weird face tracking thing going on. I like this camera. It is the Canon M50. Gives me what I think is way better video quality, but it has this ridiculous focus thing that I just cannot. I don't like it. And then if you get the 1-point focus adjustment, this is even worse. So I think that is not a solution for down the road. But regardless, it is a much better picture, as you can see, than was, at least that I feel, was coming out of our basic Canon Vixia, what is this, an 800 series camera. Gives me a much darker view. I just don't like it as much. It could just be my personal preference, maybe the monitors that I'm looking at. Yeah, I don't know, just doing a side-by-side comparison. I really like the colors and stuff coming off of the EOS M50R. I'm just getting a YouTube request here. JP. Yeah, interesting. I don't know. I'm not sold on it. I don't have this one set up as a shortcut, so I have to like click on it. But I like the crop frame of it. It's a little more, this is as wide as it gets. It's sitting approximately the same distance away from me as the Canon setup, but it is way different in terms of its optics. Of course, it's a digital SLR camera, so it's designed for like super high quality photos. It shoots 4K, so that's probably part of it too. Has a bigger sensor, a little more jam to it, a true optics lens. This is set to 15 mil. It goes 15 to 45, looks like. So you get a little bit more versatility there. How's everybody doing in the chat stream? I think this is working. We can fire your stuff up onto the screens. You really can't tell the difference. Wow, it looks so much different on my setup here. It is crazy how much difference it makes with regards to what I'm seeing. So yeah, maybe it's just my my view here that I have. I'll show you. I think I can do this. I gotta move a couple things around. Yeah, so I guess I could put it back into like manual focus mode. I think I can do this without looking at it. Yeah, there, manual focus. Oh, of course it wants to like tell me this for a long time that I'm on manual focus mode. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of stuff on the screen. There we go. Here we go. So it's in manual mode now. Theoretically, if I did this, it would not change focus. Yeah. So we know it's working good. A little free shot of my hand there. I like this one better. Personally, I think the optics look better. Now, it could just be me, and I'm a little bit crazy, like I said, because this is the other one. Again, side-by-side comparison. I can't get any further. This one zoomed as far out as it gets. So technically I could crop it in, I guess, if I wanted to, and bring the shot in a little bit more. They are side by side to each other. So if you go to my rear camera, I've got the M50 here, and then the Vixia right there. I moved my like monitor up higher, my preview monitor. It was throwing me off. I couldn't figure out where to look. I still probably can't. It's kind of a little bit ridiculous. So the nice thing about the Canon Vixia, if it's not giving me a different view, Kron's said that it's not showing up any different. So that's, I guess, a good thing. Do I have here, view this. Let's see here. Fire this one to the queue. And we can put this up on the screen here. Kron says he can't honestly tell the difference between the two cameras. So, I mean, I guess that's a good thing. That's super awesome that it is looking this similar. It's weird to me that it shows up so dark on my preview with regards to what's going on. So that just, it's hard from I guess from an operator standpoint to be able to see what's going on and to see all the different features, I guess you will, in terms of what you're trying to get across. It's a little bit, yeah, a little bit disheartening, I guess you could say, that a roughly no, I guess this was almost $900 for the Canon M50 versus like a $200 camera. So really, the $200 Vixia, I think, with the fact that you can, like you say, this one will somewhat do a good job if you have it in manual focus. You don't get those weird focus boxes, especially in 4K mode. You have face track or single point autofocus, so you're kind of screwed, and both of them leave like a weird box on the screen. So it's great for functionality wise. It has a really good autofocus. Canon's autofocus is probably one of the better ones, I think, but it doesn't, you can't get rid of the stupid box, so it's not a clean output coming out of the camera. So out of your HDMI, it is certainly not not good. Oh, so here we go. So Caleb says he likes the M50 a little bit better. He said the other one was dark. So it's not that I'm totally crazy, but I guess overall picture quality is maybe better on the M50. But I probably could mess around with the settings in the Vixia one. It seems like it's dark, and I know there is some exposure composition or correction stuff. Here, let's do this rear camera so we don't see me in the front of it. The Vixia one, let's see what I've got here. Shooting modes, it's in auto right now. I could probably go program, what settings can I change in program mode? Main functions, exposure. Can I bring up the exposure? I don't know if I can or not. I feel like it's already crazy overexposed. My like viewfinder, I find the viewfinder on the Vixia to not be very color accurate. So this is like 2 stops up, but then my view is like insanely over bright now. This is not effective. Can't leave it like this. You're getting all the setting functionality that I am too here. So my exposure, I wonder if it's a white balance issue. No, because it's usually pretty good in auto white balance. Super weird that it like makes such a massive difference. Of course, in program mode, your exposure is pretty much set. Oh. Record stunning movies. What does that give us? It's going to reset it. Let's call it a portrait. Get rid of that menu. See, I still think that's dark. Compared to the, again, compared to the M50, it just seems better. Now, I guess 4K compared to 1080 is not exactly a fair comparison. The nice thing about this camera is I had spinach dip for lunch. I can go like this, and it will autofocus for me. Or wait a minute, yeah, I'm on that one, yeah. So for doing live blogs and stuff, even if you don't use it all the time, if you needed a quick close-up shot, I think that might be my go-to. Like I said, I like this one a little bit better. I suppose it's hard for me to look at the M50. Yeah, but the smaller camera angle can be fixed by zooming in slightly too. Like I can zoom the two in to be almost the same. So now like going from one to the other, it's really not that they're like 8 inches apart from each other, lens to lens. So you can set up the shot pretty close. Depends where I'm looking, I guess. But yeah, just the brighter or darker, eh? Crazy. You got like, this is so awesome. You guys are in here chatting away. I'll throw Caleb's up there again, but Myrna's also got one. Biggest difference is the brightness, and Sarah jumped in here as well, saying she likes the M50 as well. So anyways, I will keep using this M50. As much as I took it apart, was like all frustrated with it, I took it and did some pictures with it. It's impressive how good the pictures work out, and how well you can like it has a very quick response. It's weird to work with. Someone who grew up, I say this loosely, but grew up with black and white film cameras. I'm still not that, I'm not that young, but regardless, I have used digital SLRs the vast majority of my career through teaching and stuff here, and it's definitely weird to go from a SLR camera to a mirrorless camera. There's no, I mean, they've added in, like, kudos to Canon for adding in some like weird clicky sound effects and things, so it makes you feel like you're using an SLR camera, but it's definitely not the same, and it's definitely a little bit weird when it comes to the operations of stuff. Super fast response, super fast like burst mode and stuff. It takes ridiculously fast burst modes. It's probably faster. I think it's faster than our ADD when it comes to burst photos and tracking objects and things like that. Obviously the 4K aspect of it, if I just did straight recording with this, it would be a great like vlogger camera. Has like the flip screen on it, similar to the Vixia, but like for a small format SLR camera, it's pretty impressive that way. It doesn't have any drawbacks with regards to that, so it's good for travel. I'll show you maybe one day. I'll put the two side by side and do a comparison, but the ADD is probably twice as big and like easily twice the weight of the M50, and everything is just smaller. Even the batteries in the charger, like tiny little batteries that come with the M50 versus the huge, I have this under my desk. The ADD that we have is like, the camera is twice the size to begin with, plus the batteries, you can see, I don't have a battery here, but the charger size for the M50 versus the big ones that go in the ADD. So a little bit different. I don't know. I have reasonably good sized hands, so I don't mind holding this one. I find the M50 is a titch on the small side, but it's super nice for traveling. When we first got it in fall, I had the opportunity to take it with us on a quick little trip to Banff, and was a good little test drive for it. But it's nice for carrying around. Like, you can wear it around your neck for the whole day, and it's not a huge deal. But for live streaming, I don't know. I'm not sold, so we'll see. If we get to any budget in the next couple weeks, I think they're going to be releasing whatever final budget I have left for class. So the hope was to get either a PTZ camera, which would be like one of those movable robotic pan tilt zoom cameras, or getting and that would be more studio based, and so it's hard for me to justify it because you can only use it in a live broadcast sort of studio setting. But there's some simpler, still Canon. I think it's still in the Vixia series, but it's a bigger model. So it's about $900 to $1,200 for that camera, and it has the capability, has better low light capability. It has like a 10 times optical zoom, so you actually have legit optics instead of I believe the 800 is all digital. It's like a 3 times normal zoom, and then right after that you're you're into all the standard digital optics, which is basically just cropping your screen in further and further. So I can do that in Premiere if I really want to zoom in. I'd be better off to shoot wide angle and let the software do the programming later to zoom things in. So anyways, thanks for jumping on here with me. Yeah, it's been a blast doing all this stuff. I got a chance to talk with you guys, a few of you yesterday, some of you I can see here on. We chatted today in class, and the rest of my Block 4s we'll chat tomorrow. I'm going to try to get back into the swing of things, doing these little vlogs and talking about stuff, but I need stuff to talk about. So you guys have to send me some emails or shoot me some comments on the videos, whatever it is, so that I can have some stuff to talk about, because I am drastically running out of talking points, and I'm not going to start like critiquing spinach dip. That's not my deal. So though it was very good. This is from Costco. It was good stuff. There was 2 packages of it. As you can see, there's only 1 package of it now. I ate way too much. And yeah, we paired that with some, what is this? Authentic garlic naan bread, also from Costco. So good times. It was a good lunch. A little bit of roasted chicken. And yes, that's what you get when your wife and kids have gone out for the day to go for a nap drive. You get to make your own lunch, and you come up with spinach dip and naan bread. How's the drone? Patrick is asking how the drone is going. You know what? The drone is awesome. It's sitting beside me here. This fun little guy. I would fire it up, but it takes a while. I'm getting better. Oh, where did that go? I'm getting better at it, but I'm still a huge rookie when it comes to flying it. The other day I took it out and thought I was looking really cool, and ended up with the cover still on and looked like a complete fool. It just did not work. Didn't do at all what we wanted it to do. So needless to say, the drone is pretty awesome, but it is I don't know, we'll call it one-dimensional for lack of a better term. It does a great job of getting drone footage and aerial photography and some landscape photography, and if I really want to freak my neighbors out, I can fly around in their backyard. But when it comes to like traditional photography, if you will, I think I would still just grab my camera. By the time you like take this outside, flip out all the wings, connect my cell phone, which my cell phone doesn't fit with the controller pack with the case in it. Best dip ever. Caleb. There you go. This is how it's done. Caleb says it's the best dip ever. Yes, I agree. Kudos. This is a great little drone, though. I have no complaints about the drone itself. It's the Mavic Mini. Oh, wait a minute. Where are we here? Let's do this other camera. This is what it's there for. No, that's my name. What am I doing? There we go. Other camera. Mavic Mini. Come on. You can focus. There we go. Good stuff. Great little camera. Like I say, no complaints about the drone and stuff, other than the fact that like to get it set up and to get running takes like what seems like 5 minutes. I'm sure it's not that long, but when you have like toddlers running around and you try to take this on a walk and your wife is like, no, get the one that's running away. Yeah, no, this is not a toy to just like quickly throw together. Between not wanting to snap the propeller blades, taking off the cover, you got to flip all the wings open, and then I got to mount my cell phone into the controller body, which is impressively awesome, and it fits in here really good, but not in the case. So then I got to like pry my case off every time I want to use it. So it has been, needless to say, it's been a fun addition to the, yeah, the wings are, I agree 100%. The wings are pretty flimsy. Karan showed me his beat up drone that he flew into the window, which I guess, I mean, whose fault is that, Karan? You tried to fly it through a window, man. But either way, it's good stuff. They're like a little sketchy. I'm just worried that if I breathe on it wrong, I'm gonna break one. So we've got some extra wings coming in the mail, and it came with a couple extra sets of rotors. So I guess they know that it's not poorly made, but it's certainly not robust if you bang into things or if you hit clipped tree branches and things like that. And they want you to have fun with it and experiment. So definitely it becomes a bit of a, I don't know, I guess a operational cost, if you will, with regards to the wings on drones and stuff like that. So anyways, lots of fun though. I will admit it has been it's been fun to fly it the few times I have. It's been Edmonton tends to be like insanely windy all the time. Like I'm not exactly sure why, but it's just very windy. So we gotta hope for some clear days that are not so crazy. I'm not sure what it's like with regards to. Karan's giving me tips here. Oh, check the screws on the actual rotors and stuff. Okay, good tip. I will have to. That's probably why there's like extra ones in the package. I imagine that they must loosen up and stuff. There's a lot of vibrations. If it is windy, you can see the. Well, put it right in my face. The footage from the camera is awesome. The gimbal is very steady, but you can definitely see the drone like wavering and like shaking in the wind. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's a ton of stress on those propellers and that whole little poor little copter. If I go outside and my hat and coat try to blow off, you can definitely tell that the drone is taking a beating, especially when it flies past your level of your house. You get up above your house and you can hear it. It even warned me the other day. It was like it couldn't auto land anymore because it can't fly by itself in super high wind. It doesn't. It requires you to fly it when it's windy. So it's but a very cool drone. Definitely, I haven't used it enough in order to be able to get the full feature complement of it. And I need to find some safe places to fly, kind of downtown by the river valley there. I know that by legal requirements, technically JP is a no-fly zone because it's so close to the Misericordia Hospital and there's a helicopter pad for emergency medical services at the Misericordia. So if we do it at the school, it's going to have to be inside or very short flights that we don't get in trouble with. And yeah, other than that, I got to find some places. I was telling Karan in my Google Meet class today with his class that the drone, you look with your human eye, which has like insanely good optics, and downtown doesn't look that far away. It actually looks like, oh, this is a lovely scenic vista of downtown. But then when you fly up there with a drone, the optics on the camera are very, very different, and downtown is like 3 miles away, like it should be, kind of thing. So it definitely is very, very different when it comes to scouting out locations. You have to be much closer to something than you think you do in order to get good footage out of it. I'm not sure if I still have. At one point I had some footage on this camera. Let's see if I can bring this stuff up. Does this still work? Oh, this would have been from the other day. This wasn't that impressive, I don't think. Let's see here. So this was just taken outside the house. I realized that you have to go much, much, much slower when moving the camera around. Somewhere here, there's a shot of downtown. As you can tell, way too fast. There we go. So yeah, from our house, when you look out the window, downtown does not look that far away, but it definitely is a long ways away when you are flying a drone. Which I guess makes sense. It is a long ways away in real life. But yeah, definitely a different perspective on the world. I'll be able to check out the shingles on my house every now and again if I really would like to. But it's also a really good way to make yourself super dizzy, is fly a drone and spin it around in the sky. So anyways, hope you're all having a blast. It's Wednesday, crazy Wednesday, and we got 2 more days in this week. Hopefully beautiful weather continues and it should be a lot of fun. So hit me up, subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe. The more people we have watching, the better content we're going to get, because I'm going to get way more ideas, way more comments, and hopefully get 10 times better at this. So here it is. There's the name, Mr. Wright, having a blast, and we will see you guys all soon.